Hello students, today I am going to discuss the chapter number 2 of your economics books. The name of the chapter is People as Resource. You know that our country is a big country and it has a large size of population. Population is treated as liability for any country, but this chapter emphasizes on the point that population is not a liability, it is an asset. How this population is treated as an asset, I will brief you about this. Population means human capital. When there is investment made in the form of education, training and medical care, they are treated as human assets, human resource. Human capital is the stock of skill and productive knowledge. Higher incomes are earned because of the higher productivity of the more educated or the better trained person, as well as the higher productivity of the healthier people. Society also gains indirectly because the advantage of a more educated or a healthier population spreads to those also who themselves were not directly educated or even healthcare. Human capital is superior to other resources like land, physical capital, etc. because it is human resources that can raise use of land and capital. The large population of India can be turned into a productive asset by investment in human capital. Investment in human resource via education and medical care can give high rate of return in future in the form of higher earnings and greater contribution to society. Countries like Japan have invested in human resources. They did not have any natural resources. These countries are developed countries because they have invested on people, especially in the field of education and health. People have been engaged in various economic activities which have been classified into three main sectors: primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Primary sector includes agriculture, forestry, animal husbandry, fishing, etc. Likewise, secondary sector includes manufacturing, trade, transport, communication, tourism, etc. come under tertiary sector. Economic activities are also called market activities as they involve remuneration, means salary, wages. Non-market activities are the production for self-consumption. The earning of any individual in the market depends mainly on education and skill. Since a majority of women lack good education and skill, so they are paid low compared to men. The quality of population depends upon the literacy rate, health of a person indicated by life expectancy, and skill formation acquired by the people of the country. The quality of population ultimately decides the growth rate of the country. Educated and healthy people are an asset. Education is an important input for the growth of an individual. Education also contributes towards the growth of society. It enhances the national income, cultural richness, and increases the efficiency of governance. Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan is a significant step towards providing elementary education to all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years in our country. The health of a person helps him to realize the potential and the ability to fight illness. As a healthy person becomes a liability, so improvement in health status of the population has the priority of the country. Unemployment is a big problem in our country. In rural areas, there is a seasonal and disguised unemployment. In urban areas, have mostly educated unemployment. Unemployment leads to wastage of manpower, resource, People who are an asset for the economy turn into liability. Unemployment tends to increase economic overload. The dependence of the unemployed on the working population increases. The quality of life of an individual as well as society is adversely affected. The employment structure is characterized by self-employment. In the primary sector, agriculture is the most labor-absorbing sector of our economy. In the recent years, there has been a decline in the dependence of population on agriculture. Some of the surplus labor in agriculture has moved to either the secondary or tertiary sector. Now, I explain some important topics of this chapter. For example, population. All the inhabitants of a particular place are known as population. Human capital, the stock of skill and productive knowledge embodied in people. Investment, purchase of goods that are not consumed today but are used in future to create wealth. Next, fiscal wealth, fiscal capital. Wealth in the form of money or other assets owned by a person or organization. Liability, a person or thing whose presence or the behavior is likely to put one at a disadvantage. Vocational education, educational training that provides practical experience in a particular occupational field, agricultural, home, economics, industry. Illiterate, a person who is not able to read or write. Asset, a useful or valuable thing or person. Elementary education, a period of formal education following the preschool but before higher school. Life expectancy, the average period that a person may expect to live. Subsistence level, a standard of living or wage that provides only the bare necessities of life. Biotechnology, the exploitation of biological processes for industrial and purposes, especially the genetic manipulation, microorganisms for the production of antibiotics, hormones, etc. Surplus, an amount of something left over when requirements have been met. Today, I am not trust all the points of this chapter. In the next video, I will try to cover the remaining portion of the chapter. I request all of you to go through the books. The style of writing the answer will be like as mentioned in your book, means NCERT pattern. This will help you to get more marks in the examinations, and you will be within the limits of the context of the chapter. I request you to see my video again and again, and also if you have any query, question, suspicion, doubt, etc., you can send your query through WhatsApp medium to us. Thank you.